Hello and welcome back to this sacred space. In today's reading, you will receive messages about your spiritual career next month. So this reading is for those of you who do have a spiritual career or are aiming towards having a spiritual career. Perhaps you're just at the start of this or fully into this. And so this will not be business advice, for that I am not qualified to give you. But this is more so giving you the spiritual side of it, the path, the undercurrent, where you are moving towards, where spirit is trying to lead you and take you. And also, next month can mean many things, as I detailed in the previous video. It can mean the next full lunar cycle, or the sun transiting through the next zodiac sign. It can be the next month from the day you are watching this reading. It can mean the next calendar month. So you get to decide which will apply for you. Without further ado, we will dive into it, and we have 3 messages today. I will begin by setting an intention. If you want to skip ahead to the messages itself, click on the timestamps in the description box down below. So let's begin. Crafting the space. Connecting in with my sacred self and the wisdom of my sacred self through all existing lifetimes, both the past, the present, and the future coming together in this now moment. Connecting deeper into the essence of my Kali, my dark mother, asking her to channel her essence, her energy, her wisdom, love, strength, power and ferociousness through me throughout this reading explicitly. Activating and raising my inner fire in order to ignite your soul. Calling forth Gere and Freke to guard and protect this sacred space, and to only allow in those energies that Makali deem fit. Calling forth Hugin and Munin to act as messengers between the spirit guides of this community and myself. Entering into Mimir's well in order to access insight, wisdom and knowledge from other realms, as well as from my own subconscious terrain and my own ancestry line. Connecting into the archetype of the Hanged Man, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Hierophant, and the Moon in the Tarot. I set the intention to give you clarity and wisdom through these messages, and that I channel these messages in a clear, concise, loving, truthful, and impactful way. And I pray that these messages will be for the highest good of all beings and the earth in its entirety. Let it be so. Tack så mycket. Let's begin the readings. Message number 1. Let's see what we have for you. We will begin by taking a look at the theme for your spiritual career next month. And we are working with Oracle of the 7 Energies by Colette Baron Reid. Each of these cards is also connected to a chakra point in the body. So if you are working with chakras, this is something that you can connect in with as well. So you received a tall tale. And this is the throat chakra. Underneath the deck we have Time Machine, which is connected to the root. I'm just feeling into it. I'm being asked to move deeper into spirit here. I'm receiving an image of you almost saying something, then catching yourself and holding your hand over your mouth like this. So a fear of speaking your truth. I do want to take a quick look at the guidebook meaning here. Key concepts: denial, concealing the truth so you can manipulate and control a situation. Fear-based communication. Yeah, so in essence you are holding back from speaking your truth here. And they are giving me this movement, which means that this is something that you're about to shift this next month. Speaking your truth when it comes to your spiritual career, which really does mean expressing what it is that you were supposed to express, expressing your purpose, your intention on coming here, your gift to the world, what it is that you're supposed to give to the world, to your community. Your expression, your gift. That being more refined and fine-tuned into something more truthful to you, to your essence. The purpose of this path for you. So let's take a look at the timeline for you. And we are working with the Waite-Smith tarot deck. This. I saw the Nine of Pentacles flipped over in reverse. So there's a quick message there of trusting yourself and your abilities more. In your capability more. So yeah, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse at the bottom of this deck. An inability to express truth, to express clarity and honesty. So coming into this month, we have the Knight of Cups. It's a very dreamy, lofty energy that hasn't really been pinpointed yet. So this feels to me as if most of you are at the beginning phase of this. Not necessarily, but I feel the majority of you being there at the start of this path, this career. So there's something you haven't really pinned down. Your energy or your gift or your purpose, or perhaps it is meant to be shifting because you have been changing and shifting yourself. And so you are coming into this month very moldable and very not fixed, adjustable, adaptable, let's just put it that way. And so at the beginning of the month we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. I'm supposed to show you them all at the same time, I'm hearing. The Hanged Man in reverse and the Death card. And the Death card here is connected to the Ace of Swords at the bottom, but we will get to that. At the beginning of the month with the Nine of Pentacles, there is a desire for more. And I do feel that some of you can't really pinpoint what that should look like. What is it that you want? What is the direction that you want to move in? You just know that you want more, but you are perhaps not clear on what yet. And for some of you who are more so well on your path, this is speaking more so of you can see something on the horizon, but there's a process to it, and perhaps you're not really ready yet. But you can see yourself, you can visualize yourself being there or getting there, but wanting more or wanting something else. Perhaps not really comfortable with making the changes needed just yet. So those are the possibilities here. And as we move into the middle of the month, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. This is where you start to take action on these changes happening inside of you. This call for more truthful expression within your spiritual career. And this feels like it's not an epiphany that comes for you. It's not an earth-shattering moment. You could have those, but that's not what will turn you around and make you take action steps. What will make you take action steps is you're tired of being at the same place. You're tired of being here, or being stuck, or being stagnant, or just be tired of being where you are at currently. And so you are making sure to creating this change and to making this change happen. And it's almost like this realization of you are the one who needs to make sure that this change is happening. So there is a realization here, but it's not an epiphany. It's more so an understanding, an embodied understanding that grows stronger in you. That you are the one who needs to initiate this change and this movement for something bigger, more purposeful, more authentic. And as we move into the end of the month for you, we have the Death card. This is where this change is really taking place for you, and you are indeed leaving that old version of yourself. And I do feel that this will be to various extents for all of you. For some, there will be slight subtle shifts that may not be perceived by many. And for others of you, this will be very big, but also a bit slow moving shifts. Because it is the Death card, it's not the Tower. These are natural, slow moving changes that comes from within us, that transpires within us, within our beings. And I do hear that your taste buds are changing. So be prepared for you wanting different things, being interested in different things, and you perhaps wanting to change things which makes it uncomfortable for other people who are around you. And this is what you perhaps might have been afraid of before, but not so much any longer. It's like you do not care as much about that, because the only thing that you care about at this moment is your own grand evolution. And so this is what will be transpiring next month in your spiritual career for you spiritually, because that is all that we have for you here today. I thank you so very much for connecting in. Please like this video if you found it helpful, because it helps me in doing these readings for you, and I do hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye. Message number 2. Let's see what we have for you here today. We will begin by taking a look at the theme, the overall theme for you in your spiritual career next month. And we are using the Oracle of the 7 Energies for this. And this deck is also connected to chakras. So if you are doing chakra work, you can focus on the chakra that will be available in the card that I draw for you. Wow, that's a very detailed way of saying that. So what's the theme for this group of people in their spiritual career next month? You will receive 2 cards. Number 6, it is what it is. This is the root chakra. Number 21, exposed and revealed. This is the solar plexus. And at the bottom we have number 42, smoke and mirrors. This is the... what's that? It's that third eye. I think it's the third eye. I have to look. Yeah, it is your third eye. Your third eye. Okay, so we have root, solar plexus, third eye. This could be a sort of an earth-shattering month for you, but in a good sense, in a very good sense. There's something about this path that has been kept hidden from you. So if you have been feeling a sense of confusion, or if you have felt lost, not really knowing where the path is leading you, where to go, what to do, what's next, who am I in this, it is because you're not supposed to know at this moment. You weren't supposed to know. But this next month is where bits are being revealed for you, exposed and revealed. Let me tap into this, it is what it is, because I'm picking up on some things. I need to tap into spirit more. So you will be asked to move out of your comfort zone, and it will be a bit challenging for you. But you are being asked to show yourself grace, to be accepting. It's not a bad thing. These are not bad things, but it requires more of you than you're currently doing. It requires more of your potential. It requires you to grow. So it's not something that's harmful or damaging to you. It's just something that is helping you move out of your comfort zone, but it's right for you. I hope that makes sense to you. So accept where Spirit is leading you, because it will be to the most marvelous of places. Things will be exposed and revealed to you, because you're now at the stage where you are more so ready. But it also means that you will be pushed a bit. You will be pushed a bit. There's something more. Yeah, it's the root, number 6. Your your sense of safety and comfort and trust will be a bit triggered. Just enough that you can handle it. You can definitely handle it, but just be prepared. And Spirit is preparing you through these messages to say to you, move forward anyhow. Move forward anyhow. The reward is on the other side, and when you are at the other side, you will think back, you will look back and think, how was I ever afraid of that? It was well within my capacity to handle this, whatever it will be for you. So now let's take a look at the timeline for you next month here. We are using the Waite-Smith Tarot deck. At the bottom we have the Tower in reverse. Yeah, no, not in reverse, the Tower. So the reverse suggests that you move through this Tower moment with grace, that you do not resist it, and it becomes easier and smoother. So that's a message in itself. But there are revelations here that could be quite earth-shattering, however big or small. So coming into this month, we have the Page of Swords. Beginning of the month, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The middle of the month, we have the King of Pentacles. And then at the end of the month, we have the Four of Pentacles. So coming into this month, I do feel that you have a new sense of energy that you did not have before with the Page of Swords, and ready to tackle more. And this is why this is this sort of revelation and this experience is handed to you this month, because you are more so capable of handling this. You are at a time in your life where you have more mental capacity, you have more energy, you can take on more, and you are curious for more, wanting to develop, wanting to learn, and wanting to move forward. So there's no real hesitation here, really, but just wanting to grab life, grab this path by the horns, really. So this is why this is handed to you. And at the beginning of the month, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is where you are coming up against some resistance. You will be asked to do things by Spirit. I don't know how. I'm receiving message. So perhaps you are communicating with Spirit yourself, and you're receiving messages that put you back a little bit. You're coming in forceful, but then you push back a little bit at what they are asking of you. Or perhaps you receive a message in a pick a card, or someone says something to you and you receive it as a sort of knowing that, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do next. But there's some sort of message coming in. It could also be just in a claircognizant way, having just an epiphany, just a knowing. It's a very clear, striking knowing. And so that's where you're pulling back a bit. So you receive the next step, you pull back a bit, And then we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse at the middle of the month. And this feels a bit ambiguous whether it's supposed to be right side up or in reverse, because they told me to flip the card while I was taking it out, which I didn't do. So King of Pentacles in the middle of the month suggests that you come more into a comfortable space in your being about what it is that is required of you moving forward. And you're taking your first tentative steps around this. It's not full force like we had in the Page of Swords, but this is slow moving, carefully planning, not necessarily planning, but careful steps, tentative steps into that direction. It's like you are feeling into it a bit, getting comfortable in it. And I'm receiving a message from my guides. They're saying, take it slow here, so that you don't get a reaction and just pull back entirely. So you don't get a negative experience from this. But take your time here, take it slowly. You have time to spend here. And it's important that you do so, because you are growing into a person. You are growing into this being of the King of Pentacles, who is in full command of the entirety of his life, especially in finance and business, commerce. And then at the end of the month we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And there's a bridge between these two cards, they're saying. So let's see what the connection is. So this is depending on how much time you will spend in the King of Pentacles sort of energy. So it's not a given that you will come here by the end of this next month, but there's a clear message here of not rushing this. Do take your time. That's the most important thing. It's not important that you arrive here as fast as possible, but with the most integrity as possible. So please bear that in mind. But if you do, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, you stop being so scared and held back by your own old limiting beliefs. So you are believing more of yourself, of what you're capable of, and where your path is able to lead you. The possibilities of this path that you're on, where you see yourself moving forward. It grows bigger, it grows grander, and you believe yourself more capable of fulfilling these visions. And this is all that we have for you here today. I thank you so very much for connecting in. Please like this video if you found it helpful. It helps me in creating these readings for you. And I do hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye. Message number 3. Let's see what we have for you. We will begin by taking a look at the theme of your spiritual career next month. The spiritual undercurrent for you next month. What is the theme for the spiritual career next month for this group of people? We have milk and honey, and I was being asked to pull it in reverse. At the bottom we have between worlds. So I do feel a message here for you of not settling. Probably you are just considering this career path, quite probably. And this is where you're being asked to make that decision to travel between worlds, to travel between realms, as a means of living, of supporting yourself, and of fulfilling purpose and giving to community, because this is where you will shine the most. And if you are already way ahead in this path, in this career, let's see what this is about for you. It's about deepening. You're being called to deepen your practice and exploring something that is new to you, perhaps something that has been calling to you. But explore something new to you that you can then teach others. Exploring a new modality, exploring a new energetic theme, whatever it might be. The message around that will come if it hasn't already. So deepen, move beyond what you're currently doing. Okay, so now we will take a look at the timeline for you next month with the Smith-Waite Borderless. What's the timeline for this group of people when it comes to the spiritual career next month? They want for me to spend some time with this first card. We have the Justice. This is you coming into this next month. This is a call for action where you are being asked to consider where you're currently at, where that is taking you. And is that something that you desire for your future? Or can you move into something else, something bigger, something more beautiful, something more pleasurable? Taking stock, investigating your current situation here. And so just reflecting on where you're at, where you've been, where you're going, how does it feel? Is there something else calling to you? There's something about the importance of a new direction, and for you to really understand the importance of that, which requires some in-depth reflection, which you may use cards for to do yourself. At the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Swords. Slow yourself down in order to find yourself in this reflective space where you can receive knowings about what you want, the actions you've taken to get where you are, if you're satisfied, if you want to move ahead, because there is more ahead available to you. There is more available to you ahead if you change your path, if you change your direction, And this might just well mean tweaking for those of you who are more experienced. And for others of you, it means choosing, committing, choosing the spiritual path. Taking small steps into it. So at the beginning of the month we have the Lovers. The choice needs to be made beginning this month. You are choosing the trajectory for your path here at the beginning of this next month. And you are being asked to choose wisely. But what's being highlighted here is that it is a choice, and it is your choice to make. It is a choice of free will, which is very highlighted here in the Lovers card. It is a choice of free will. But there's also a commitment required for this choice. Let's move on to the middle of the month. We have the Ace of Wands. If you do choose this path, or this new direction, this new pivot, whatever it might be for you, there's new energy, inspiration, and passion to be found. When you change your focus, when you change your direction and discover this new path, whatever it might mean for you, there's something to be gained, a new beginning. And there's excitement to be found here, something that you really can build on. I do feel a very, very passionate energy. An energy where you really can't get enough once you have started on this path, on this trajectory. At the end of the month we do have the Knight of Cups. This is where the romance of this newness, this exciting energy fades a bit, and you are being asked to move into the energy of dedication and discipline, and shift yet again into committing and studying your fiery, passionate energy. So if you do feel a decline of interest and passion in this, it doesn't mean that it was the wrong choice necessarily. It just means that the newness, the excitement of the newness on this path has faded. And now it is time to deepen your emotions. Just like with a lover, this is your time to deepen the relationship to this path. And I'm hearing that that is all for you. I thank you so very much for connecting into this reading. Please like this video if you found it helpful. It helps me in creating these readings for you. And I do hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye.